Hey guys, in this video I thought I would do a beginner's guide to moving out to the Philippines. I've done videos similar to this, but this one's going to be a lot more detailed on really newbies coming out here maybe for the first time, or even if they've been out here before, more comprehensive guide of moving out here. Stick around. All right, so one of the first things you want to do is back in your own home country, and that is basically minimalize, get rid of all your stuff, whether you're dumping it off to being donated, or you're selling off your stuff, or just giving it away to somebody. But minimize as much as possible. Just remember that if you're within normal ranges of sizes, you can buy all your clothing and everything here. But if you are maybe of a plus size and you want to buy your larger clothing and everything at home, same with shoe size and everything like that. Now, the other thing you want to do is you want to come out here with as little debt as possible, if possible, zero debt. Still somewhat important to keep credit, even though Philippines is really a cash society, but it's still important to keep a little credit just in case of emergencies or something like that. You want to make sure all your credit cards, your driver's license, your passport, everything that you can think of that has an expiration date has been extended as far as possible. Even if you still have a year, maybe 2 years left on before something expires, you can contact your company and often they will extend it out for you. Another thing, it's a small thing, but a lot of people forget about it, and that is a lot of people forget about subscription services. You know, there's a lot of different subscriptions that won't be available here, and you might as well just start canceling all that and get rid of all that stuff ahead of time. And the other thing you want to do is you want to get a VPN, and you want to get a VPN so when you move out here, everything is secure, like when you log in and you check your banking or any kind of sensitive type accounts. And by the way, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. A couple of reasons that I like Surfshark VPN. One, it's unlimited for all the devices that you have, your cell phone, your laptop, your PlayStation, your tablet. It's unlimited. You can protect your identity, while you're surfing on the internet. You'll actually be notified if your personal data has been leaked at all. And it's important to hide a lot of that information when you're logging in, and you want to be safe and secure when you're logging in from overseas. And also, just if you're out using the Wi-Fi in public, especially internationally, you want to make sure your private information is safeguarded. You can also protect your email accounts. You can browse privately. The other thing that I really enjoy with Surfshark is the entertainment value. I watch multiple shows, different series, different movies, all kinds of things like that, and I need multiple streaming services. So I use Netflix, I use Hulu, HBO Prime, Paramount, just a variety of different ones, and often most of these are not available in the Philippines. So what I do is just log into a different country, or like the United States or Canada or Australia, and all of a sudden this stuff is available to you. Not only that, you'll get a different lineup of movies, like for example with Netflix if you do that. So Surfshark VPN is fantastic for that reason alone. Purchasing a 24-month VPN plan right now is probably one of the best options that you can have with Surfshark VPN. And if you use my link or scan the QR code on the screen, you can get 3 months for free. And also, by the way, that's 83% off. So it's really simple. Just basically download the VPN with my link or scan the QR code on the screen. Enter my promo code that you see on the screen as well. Just try it out, see if you like it. It has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So, what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and try it. So the next thing you want to do is you want to book your flights. You can use a variety of different ones. I recommend Skyscanner. There's a link down in the description for using Skyscanner, booking hotels. And again, with hotels, I recommend short-term, and then check out long-term by making sure the area that you want to stay in is a good location, and make sure that you really want to be in that particular city. You can message them on Airbnb and say, hey, I'd like to take a look at your place. I'm thinking of booking your place long-term, and chances are they will let you go and look at it. So initially, again, don't do long-term stays. Don't book a long-term stay unless you know for sure. Maybe you can reference, or maybe somebody has said, hey, I stayed here, it's fantastic, you know, and you have been here before, you know the area, you've stayed at that place before, you know it's a really good place. The other thing you want to do, you know, it used to be where you had to have the travel insurance to travel out to the Philippines. And so now that it's not necessary, a lot of people just don't get the travel insurance. And I personally still think that it's one of the best things that you can get, because you just don't know. I mean, you could fly out here, you could end up getting dengue fever, you could get into a motorbike accident, you could just get hurt at a waterfall, you know, I mean, just anything. You could be at the beach and have some, or you could have some reaction or food poisoning, anything. And you know, the travel insurance, the one that I recommend in the link down below, is $250,000 US of coverage with a $250 deductible. And I've used it personally, and you know, with a diving accident where I cut open my knee and had to get you know, stitches and antibiotics and all of that. So I know it works good. Now, when you get out here and you're gonna be living here, start signing up for some of the local apps that are used a lot out here. For example, Gcash. Gcash is almost imperative to have. Now, you won't be able to set it up without a local SIM card, which you can get right at the airport. As soon as you land, there'll be a Globe or a Smart booth set up. Even if you fly in at 1 a.m. or whatever, get the SIM card, get it in your phone, get you know, throw some data on there and start using it right away. You can call yourself a Grab car. But Gcash, you can go to a 7-Eleven or different places, locations, and put money on it, and you can go almost any location, restaurant, gas station, wherever, and you can pay with your Gcash, and you don't have to carry a lot of cash around. It's much more secure. And the other thing is, this is still very much a cash society. Most places do not use credit cards, but most places will take Gcash. Also download the app Grab. If you're going to be in one of the bigger cities, you can get a Grab taxi, a Grab car. Even in the smaller cities like Dumaguete, they have Grab tricycles, and it's a fixed price, and you know you're not being ripped off. It's a set price. You don't have to worry about it. There is no skin tax on a Grab on Grab, because it's a fixed price. They don't know who you are on the other side, okay? If you want to order stuff locally while you're living out here, there's something similar to Amazon here, and they are Shopee and Lazada. Now, Shopee and Lazada, you have to be careful, read the reviews, make sure there was a lot of products ordered. But Shopee and Lazada, again, most of the time you need a Philippines phone number, you know, for all this stuff. So even if you have a US phone number or whatever and you want to take it with you, that's fine, but you're still going to need another SIM and get a Philippines phone number. But Shopee, Lazada, you can order all kinds of stuff, anything that you might need, really. But again, careful, a lot of it is knockoffs, and it's not legit, and it may be kind of cheap. Now, I still order Amazon, and in fact, I just had a big Amazon shipment for Maya and myself, and we needed water shoes. And actually, I have a Geo's Travel Essentials list down in the description, and on my website, geointhephilippines.com, which has a lot of information about the Philippines, different blogs and things you might need. But the point is we ordered Amazon, and it only took like 9 or 10 days to get out here. So you can still do it under 200 US from Amazon. Won't have any import fees, simply a shipping fee. I can't tell you what the shipping fee will be because it depends on the weight and you know, the size of your item that you're ordering. Now, if you live out here as well, make sure you keep cash reserves locked up someplace in your house. I have like a tote bag, a back safe that I lock things up in, and then I strap it to my wall locker inside, so they basically have to carry the entire wall locker out of my house, and that's if they could even get into my house. But the reason why I do this, for example, one, I've had times where ATMs, none of them had cash. Like literally, there were none that had cash. Another time I had the typhoon hit in Cebu, and guess what? Those who did not have cash were in a very, very hard place because people ran out of cash. ATMs were not being filled up, and people were struggling, because there was like one ATM in Cebu that had cash, and people lined up first thing in the morning and waited like hours to get cash. And actually, by the time people got up there, they had already run out of cash. So always keep about a month worth of living expenses in your household. That's just my opinion. Other people may say more, but I think as far as cash reserves, that's all you need. Anything else you don't really need, just keep it in the bank. The other thing is have backups, a backup way to get your money, whether you sign up with Wise, you have Remitly, Western Union, whatever. Have another way, 2 or 3 ways of accessing your money back home. Maybe a second ATM card. My Wise account is connected to my checking account and it has an ATM card. If I had to, I could use that. Or I can also wire myself money through like Western Union, World Remit, Remitly, any of those. Once you've been out here and you know for sure which city you want to stay in, that's when you start shopping for a long-term stay. There's an article I wrote on my blog on how to find long-term stay here in the Philippines. You guys can read that article on the Geo in the Philippines website. And also at the 90-day mark, whether you're gonna drive here or not, I recommend getting a driver's license here. Your local license, whether you're a local home country license or an international license, is only good 90 days here. After that, you have to have a Philippines license. If you get stopped by a checkpoint, they can impound your vehicle, give you a fine. So typically, most driver's license, LTOs, is what they call them here, Land Transportation Office. They want you to have an ACR card, an Alien Certificate of Registration, that you usually get at about at the 60-day mark here. And I guess the last thing I wanted to mention, and there's a lot more, there might be another video to this, but the last thing I wanted to mention is work on something long-term. Get a long-term visa. If you plan on getting married, you can get the marriage visa. If you're retired, you can do an SRRV. If you were in military, you can get a less expensive SRRV retirement visa. Or you can stay here up to 3 years on a tourist visa. Now, if you don't want to go through a lot of hassle, I would leave about every 6 months so you don't have to do what's called an exit clearance, an ECC, which can be a little bit evasive, and you can't just book a ticket and leave. You have to go through this process of paperwork, fingerprints, questions, pictures, and they get that approved, and then you're allowed to leave. But if you don't want to go through that, about every 5.5 months, you can go ahead and skip that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Let's take it real soon.